Stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Hello and welcome to the Phil's Gang Radio Show, coast to coast, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. My name is Alex Scott, sitting in for Mr. Phil Grande. Happy Friday, everyone. Also joining us is Phil's Gang Director of Education, Steve. Hello, good afternoon, and happy Friday, Steve. How are you, brother?
Hey, happy Friday to you, Alex. And hey, I'm doing great today. Glad to be here as always. And let's just, make some money.
Absolutely make some money. And when we get started here, I want to start off with the jobs report. So the jobs report came out this morning, and they are disappointing to say the least. This shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Only 235,000 positions added versus expectations of 720,000 jobs, and it's my belief it's due to the stimulus packages. Why anyone would go back to work, I don't know, especially when they're collecting free money. Non-farm payroll growth in August increased by just 235,000 versus expectations of 720,000. The unemployment rate fell to 5.2% in line with estimates. Leisure and hospitality jobs were flat during the month after leading the way for much of the year. Wages rose at a 5.3% year-over-year clip. Leisure and hospitality jobs, which had been the primary driver of overall gains at $350,000 per month for the past 6 months, stalled in August as the unemployment rate in the industry ticked higher to 9.1%. Instead, professional and business services led gains with 74,000 new positions. Other gainers included transportation and warehousing, 53,000, private education, 40,000, and manufacturing and other services, which each posted gains, of 37,000. The month saw an increase of about 400,000 in those who said they couldn't work for pandemic-related reasons, pushing the total up to 5.6 million. The previous 2 months saw substantial upward revisions, with July's total now at 1.053 million, up from the original estimate of 943,000, while June was bumped up to 962,000 from 938,000 for the 2 months. Revisions added 134,000 to the initial counts. Now remember, yesterday, the jobless claims total was 340,000. So that means that's a difference of 105,000 more Americans applied for unemployment than applied for a job. And I'm pretty sure that the numbers we see are padded anyway, always saying that jobs were created when in fact these are just people going back to work. And that's why jobless claims are dropping, so they say. Because if we think about it, we don't manufacture anything anymore. So how are they creating new jobs? We don't make anything anymore. We're a consumer nation that buys almost all of our goods from China. So let's take, for instance, when it comes to farming, according to time.com, one article states they're trying to wipe us off the map. Small American farmers are nearing extinction. Farm debt at $416 billion is at an all-time high. More than half of all farmers have lost money every year since 2013 and lost more than 1,644 this year. Farm loan delinquencies are rising. And this article was back in 2019. And why is this happening? Why? Because you have one percenters, the elitists, the oligarchies buying up all the farmland. And who's buying up the farmland in America?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. You got it, man. In total, Gates owns approximately 242,000 acres of farmland with assets totaling more than $690 million. To put that in perspective, that's nearly the size of Hong Kong. Oh, my. Bill Gates is McDonald's potato farmer. Not only that, according to NBC News, the fields in which Bill Gates grows potatoes for McDonald's are so vast that they can be seen from space. And I always found that to be an odd statement because you're above the earth. You're going to see the ground. You're going to see land. But good luck trying to pinpoint your own home. So the largest energy company in the world, not the United States, the world. That happens to be ExxonMobil, started by none other than John D. Rockefeller. Who knew? After 146 years, the Rockefeller family stepped away from the oil business. Why? What do they know that we don't know? Now, ExxonMobil is owned by shareholders, the top three institutional shareholders, Vanguard Group, BlackRock Inc., and State Street Corp. ExxonMobil's net worth in 2020, $350 billion. Now, who controls the money in the United States? Who owns the central banks? Who owns the Federal Reserve? Well, it's governed by the presidentially appointed board of governors or Federal Reserve Board, which is the FRB. 12 regional Federal Reserve banks located in cities throughout the nation regulate and oversee privately owned commercial banks. In 1913, the Rothschilds established their last and current central bank in America, the Federal Reserve Bank. Even though the Federal Reserve is overseen by a board of governors appointed by the President of the United States, the bank's real control still resides with the Rothschild family. And why am I telling you all this? In 1970, Henry Kissinger said, "Who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents. Who controls money can control the world." And we have options here. We can take control of our own finances. And we do a really good job here at Phil's Gang. We teach people how to make profits in the stock market. Even if you're working a lot of hours, we have a program for you called The Working Investor, which I can go over more in depth in the next few segments because we do have Steve here who runs the Working Investor program. He does an awesome job, and people are making good profits from it. And they enjoy Steve. They actually have fun with it, and that's what it's here for. It's what it's supposed to be. Go to philsgang.com, and you can join for free for 10 days. I mean, who does that? You go on the internet and see if anybody else is doing that. That's how confident we are in our charts and also in our trading system. We have, I might be biased because I love Phil's Gang, but I think we have the best in the business. So go to philsgang.com. Join the gang for free. While you're there, you can click on the Working Investor Program, or get started, rather, there on the homepage. It'll take you to the Working Investor Program. Choose that, and you'll get full access to the website and the charts, at least the Pro 2, for free for 10 days. So we have a lot more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And when you start making profits, all we ask for you to do is give back to St. Jude Children's Hospital.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. My name is Alex Scott. I'm sitting in for Phil Grande. Phil is on vacation and will return on the 10th or the 13th, I believe. I think that's right, Steve.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, he'll be back on the 10th, but he probably won't be back on the air until the following Monday because the 10th is a Friday.
Absolutely. He'll probably get in sometime in the evening. But Phil and Marta haven't been on vacation in about 8 years, I want to say. So we're very happy that they have the opportunity to relax for a bit. And in the first segment, I was discussing the jobs numbers versus the jobless claims. And I kind of went off the beaten path there. So let's get back on track, shall we? The jobs numbers were very disappointing, coming in at 235,000 versus expectations of 720,000. And jobless claims coming in higher at 340,000. Now, I don't know if Biden is even aware of what he's reading on the teleprompters or if he's even aware of where he's at, but the numbers just don't add up to what he tells the American people. And we'll take a listen to this back in May, I believe.
This morning we learned that our economy created 266,000 jobs in April. And listening to commentators today, as I was getting dressed, you might think that we should be disappointed. But when we passed the American Rescue Plan, I want to remind everybody, it was designed to help us over the course of a year, not 60 days.
No, not 60 days. No, sir. It only took 30. Here's cut two.
This morning we learned that in June, our economy created 850,000 jobs. Wages went up for American workers. Ta-da!
So people were going back to work, and because of stimulus checks, business owners are paying incredibly high wages to those who are coming back to entice them to stay because they can't keep employees. Cause and effect. And the American Rescue Plan, which consists of economic impact payments, child tax credit, state and local fiscal recovery fund, capital projects fund, and the last three, this is your kicker here, these ones right here, homeowner assistance fund, emergency rental assistance, and state small business credit initiative, which did absolutely nothing for homeowners that rent. Instead, unelected people from the CDC decided that due to COVID-19, we need to let these people stay inside another person's home without paying the homeowner. So none of this benefited these homeowners who rent their homes, because if they don't let them stay there for free, they will become homeless, catch COVID, and spread the disease all over the place, and we just can't have that. Yet hardened felons in prison are being released because of COVID. Over 20,000 felons from prison. Millions of illegals have been let into the United States and moved deliberately throughout the United States, knowingly infected with COVID-19. So, no, I'm not buying it, because you've defeated the original purpose from the start. What happens when the money runs out and the renters, they still don't have a job? For one, they've pretty much ruined the landlord's income and any chance for retirement, because they're spending all that money that they had for retirement on paying bills. And odds are the investor's home will be put under foreclosure. And second, the renter is eventually going to be put on the street, either from the homeowner or the bank who takes it over. So, how do you overcome those odds? How do you overcome that? By making profits in the stock market. Whether it's full-time, whether it be as simple as supplementing your income, which is an excellent idea. If you work full-time, like a lot of us still do, we have the Working Investor Program led by Steve, our Director of Education, and something I would like to address. When people tell us they don't have time to get into the stock market, I get it. I understand completely. That's the whole premise behind the Working Investor Program. The part I don't get is people spend all that time making money, but they don't want to spend any time securing their nest egg or at least investing that hard-earned money so it can go to work for them. And yes, I understand that working is an investment in itself because time is an extremely valuable commodity. So why profits, I don't understand. I just don't get it. Why not take that money, put it into the market, and have it work for you? It's a win-win situation. So why not do that? You can go to philsgang.com and join the gang free for 10 days. I mean, who passes up free? And I think when we get back from break this time, we will talk more in depth about the Working Investor Program, and we'll have Steve. Who else? Who better than to go over the Working Investor Program? But Steve himself, he does such an excellent job. And I believe that the people that are dedicated to the Working Investor, that's what they follow here at Phil's Gang. They're happy. I mean, we never hear complaints. We only hear good things. And as a matter of fact, maybe we'll have Steve talk a little bit about the percentages that he has made in the market just to get some perspective. We always hear on the mainstream media right now, it's either a bull market or it's a flat market. Of course, there's never a good consensus when you're watching mainstream media of what's going on in the market. But usually in a flat market, you don't make any money. I say nonsense. That's rubbish. We're making money right now. So to find out how we're doing that, go to philsgang.com, click on Get Started, and there you're going to see the Working Investor Program. Click on that, fill out the information, and join the gang free for 10 days. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back and, of course, give back to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up. It never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. Banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you've got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, PhilsGang.com.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show, coast to coast, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. My name is Alex Scott, sitting in for Phil Grande. And I'm proposing that we do something a little bit different. I'd like to call on all Phil's Gang members. Monday is Labor Day, and the market will be closed. So what I'm asking from our Phil's Gang members is to call into the office. Of course, no one will be here. It's Monday, Labor Day, and the market's closed, will be closed. But I need you to leave a message. Leave your name, how long you've been a gang member, and a testimonial so we can play it over the air. Also, anyone who is not a gang member, that means you've never been a gang member before, what we'd like for you to do, if you have any stock questions, that is, you can always email Steve at pgrs@philsgang.com. So that would be Papa, Golf, Romeo, Sierra, and that's pgrs@philsgang.com. And Steve will read the question over the air next week, or I'll read the question, doesn't matter. And of course, Steve will state the answer over the air as well. And I think it's time for some Stock Corner.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner.
And Steve is always up to the task, especially when it comes to Stock Corner. How are you, Steve?
I'm doing great, Alex. Thanks. What do you got for me?
Let's take a look at Well, for one, let's take a look at the market currently. And I noticed, like, what was it, a couple days ago, I think the 10-year yield was down to 127. And today it's at 132, and they keep messing with the 10-year yield all the time. And I noticed as well is when the 10-year goes up, the Dow goes down. It's about 28 right now. It's trying to even out, but I think what you were saying earlier is what we want to do is stay in the spiders. We want to take a look at big tech stocks and also the bank stocks and how they fluctuate. So what are you looking at today?
Well, when the 10-year goes up, what happens is the banks go up, right? Because when they push the rate up, they're trying to get the banks to go up because the banks do really well with a good yield. Okay, the higher the yields, the better money the banks make. That's also good for the dollar and industrial stocks. When the yield goes down, of course, that's really good for our big tech stocks like Apple and Microsoft. Okay, Phil commonly calls those the tourist stocks. So right now, the way I feel about it is that they've been really kind of teeter-tottering the rate between 125 and 135. And what that means is that the stock or the SPY just keeps on going up, right? The ETF SPY, which is our S&P 500, it just keeps going up and up and up and up. So why would you want to put your money anywhere else? Okay, on the other end of that, you could put it in the Qs because it's basically doing the same thing. Neither one of them are pulling back more than 5% in over, 200 days. Okay, I don't know the exact number. I just know it's been a really long time, and we're not getting big pullbacks. And it's because of the manipulation of the 10-year yield. So just keep your money in one of those two and keep going with it. Keep yourself a nice trailing stop. I really like 5% trailing stop, and you're going to make a lot of money.
Absolutely. I'm looking at SPY right now. It's in an arrowhead formation, or an arrowhead pattern, rather. And you can see where it dips down just every so often, just a tad bit. And what's good about Phil's Gang is we teach you not to panic. You don't panic when it pulls back like that, just a tad bit. Like Steve said, the market itself actually hasn't had a good pullback in a while. And when this pulls back just a tad bit, you never panic. Okay, that's why we leave a trailing stop as well. So we're only taking, if you're making money, I wouldn't call it a 5% hit, but you definitely want to put a trailing stop in for sure. And as far as big tech, what are you looking at in big tech right now, Steve?
Currently just Apple, Microsoft. Let me see. Let me roll down here a little bit. I'm just looking down my watch list. Let's see here. IBM has been kind of basing out right now. It is kind of in a downtrend, but kind of forming a base. This one may come back. It does need some better volume, though. And that's the problem with the whole market, is really none of the stocks have really, really good volume due to, inflation numbers. Okay? And a lot of these stocks are going up strictly on the manipulation of the yield. So, again, big tech stocks like real nice low yields, anything between 120 and 125, and the big tech stocks start to break out. Anything, above 130 to 135, then your banks, your financials all start to come back up.
I don't know if you've looked at NVIDIA today. It is doing its best, trying to break out, man. Having a little bit of a hard time breaking out, but let's take a look at NVIDIA and give your opinion on what the charts are telling you.
Well, NVIDIA, you got to be a nut to buy it right now, and the reason why is, although it did shoot up today, it's still under a ton of resistance, okay? And resistance equals heavy selling. So you don't ever want to buy a stock right when people are starting to sell it. That doesn't make any sense. You buy it at, say, right now the price is $229.15. You could come back in on Tuesday next week and find it down around $210. And that's not the idea, unless you're trying to sell it short, which you wouldn't right now. It's too early to go short still.
Absolutely, and a good lesson. Also, what we call profit-taking Friday. Plus, on a long weekend, a holiday weekend, we try to, take some profits We don't necessarily have to get out, but like Steve said, we can come back Tuesday and it could be disastrous for us.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. While you're clearing your throat there, Alex, the idea of profit-taking Friday is you just don't know what's going to happen when you come back from the weekend, especially when you're going into a long holiday weekend like Labor Day weekend. You could come back and find the market down 400 or 500 points without any reason. Okay, so what we do is we protect ourselves by taking the gains that we've made off the table now, and then if everything is still in our favor come Tuesday, then we can always add them back in. We know the momentum is still going up, and we'll just keep riding that wave of money up with it.
Yeah, and another thing that I noticed as well is the volume. It's really low volume, so it doesn't look like there's a whole lot on the gas pedal, you know.
Well, exactly. You have to have good volume. What volume means, and a lot of people don't understand it, is buyers, right? If people aren't buying the stock, then what causes that stock to go up? Well, you've got rate manipulation, you've got market maker manipulation, right? Everybody asks me that every day. What's market maker manipulation? What is a market maker? Well, a market maker is a person that works for that individual corporation that buys and sells that stock, right? Or nowadays, it's actually a computer that buys and sells that stock and drives the price up. So they can put out a bid, right, and trying to get people to buy, and then whenever they want to, they can pull that bid, and it'll cause the stock to drop. And that's what you got to be careful for. If you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know what the manipulation is, it could kill you.
Absolutely, and as I said, it's pretty much that easy. It's not. There's nothing difficult about making profits in the stock market, and if you want to find out just how simplified it is and how simplified we make it, go to philsgang.com, click on the Get Started button on the homepage there, and choose the Working Investor Program. And I think that you will be pleasantly surprised, not only the fact that it's free for 10 days, but you're going to make a lot of profits. I can't say a lot, but you're going to make profits for sure. So go to philsgang.com, click on Get Started, choose the Working Investing Program, and have fun with it. All right, we'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the .com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to the Phil's Gang radio show. Today is Friday, September 3rd. Don't forget, Monday is Labor Day, and the markets will be closed, and Phil's Gang will be closed as well. Since this is the fourth and final segment, we are going to play a cut from Mr. Phil Grande. Before Phil left on vacation, I had a chance to sit down with Phil and ask him a few questions. One of the questions I had asked was something I think a lot of people want to know, and that is, when is the market going to crash? So let's listen to Phil's answer in something that I call Phil's Take.
You know, as to when this crash is going to happen, I don't think it's important as to when. What's important is it going to happen? There's people still think it's not going to. They're living in la-la land. And we know it's going to happen. Why would we be so lucky to think this economy is being propped up? Remember, this economy since 2008 was never fixed. They didn't want to fix it because they didn't want to fix the banks. The banks are the leader. And our owners didn't want to fix the banks. They didn't want to have heavy regulations on the banks. And in fixing the banks, that's what would have happened, more regulations. They didn't want that. So each president let them get under the wire so there'd be no regulations. They wouldn't enhance the regulations. Instead, they decided to enhance, have this nonstop check enhancement, we'll call it. So the market is going to crash. It's just a function of understanding, looking back to the best one is that when the market crashed, the NASDAQ, the .com crash, that's the best one to look at because they're similar. I talked about this the other day. And nobody, not one of these dopes on the Fake Business News Network is bringing this up because it's so important. Because if you can't get this across to folks, they're going to be sitting there, especially all these people that go to the Robinhood there and buy quarter shares and everything else. Exactly what happened during the .com craze Everybody just went in, truck drivers and cab drivers and the bakers and the candlestick maker, people who should not be in the stock market. And they're borrowing money. And they're borrowing more money today than they did at the dot-com. But the biggest problem is we're being delayed because of all the stimulus. You can't have the American Family Plan, $2.1 trillion, another American Rescue Plan, $2 trillion, another CARES Act, which was the first one, $3 trillion. Now we're talking another $6 trillion between the roads and for $1 trillion and the bridges, and then you got the total social package, free everything, for another $5 trillion. That kills you. And then on the other side, what that's doing is causing all this inflation that's taking down the consumer. Consumer can't live with inflation. Why do you think, and this is why it's more important to concentrate, is the market going to crash? Never mind the date, because most people don't think it's going to. Of course it's going to crash. Because the consumer, they're trying to prop him up. Because by printing all this money to enrich the top 1%, and the 1/100th of 1%, because remember how it always works. It never changes. When you inflate, when you have inflation, who benefits from that? The wealthy, the top 1% of our nation, and the 1/100th% of our nation. They benefit. They have all the assets. While the consumer, his debt keeps increasing. He has no assets. His job is his asset. And the reason his job is no more asset, because these 1% who control everything, who control companies, who are the CEOs, who are Wall Street guys, they don't want to print money and put it into a company as business investment. They don't want to do that. That's what they should be doing so that we can get back to productivity. But they said, no, we don't want productivity in 2008, but especially 2013 when it started. That's when they really said, let's forget productivity. Let's print and spend. And once they went to printing and spending, that was for one thing, inflation. And look at the spending. Look at the spending. CARES Act, American Rescue Plan, American Family Plan, and now the new $6 trillion social plan. It's the whole the socialist plan they have, and then of course you got the $1 trillion for the bridge. But anyways, so that's what I think is important to understand, that we're in worse shape now than we were in 2008, because remember 2008 only 18%. They had 5 stocks that made up 18% or contributed 18% to the S&P 500 market cap. Now we got 6 stocks that contribute 25%. That's putting us in a terrible position. But here's the thing. It also gives you an opportunity to make money. Remember, the rich want to make money. That's why they're doing this. They only can make money as their inflation. And so the stocks that you want to be in, with inflation, you've got to be in the tech stocks. That's where all the money is. How can you be in any other stocks? I mean, inflation moves tech stocks. And because remember, inflation, if you can get the yields to drop, then those tech stocks are going to continue to soar. But one day, you're going to wake up one morning and they're going to be down big time, and then the market crashes. But in the meantime, as the stocks continue to go up, and you got control over that if you have the right software. Everybody makes it harder than what it is. It's really simple. Our software, and yes, I'm trying to sell it because this is what people need. If the market keeps going up for another 3 months or 6 months or 6 years, with all this inflation, all you want to do is have the comfort level to know if you're in Facebook or Google or Microsoft or Apple, you got a shot at getting out in time before it crashes. And that's what our software does. It will give you that chance. Nobody else has the software like this. It's ours. It's ours. It's patent. So I tell my members every day, stay with the big tech stocks and keep your eye on the bank stocks. Those are two leaders. And all you know, yields up, bank stocks go up, yields down, tech stock goes up. That's simple, and all you got to know is when to get out. And we can help you with that because our charts would help you with that.
And that is Phil's take, and I absolutely agree. Right now, Main Street, the middle class, the only asset that they truly have is their job, living paycheck to paycheck. That's not good. So stop trusting all the noise. Stop trusting the Main Street media and the corporate-owned media that tells you what's best for you in the stock market. Don't do that to yourself. That's a lose-lose situation. Join Phil's gang, and that's a win-win situation. And I especially do not trust a man that says this.
Well, it's time to remember that we, the people, are the government.
One more time.
Well, it's time to remember that we, the people, are the government.
Yeah, see, I don't trust this man. I don't trust any of these people. And you know, you can do whatever you want. You know, if you want to trust these people on TV, then absolutely, 100% trust these people.
Terribly sorry about that, Alex. I got an Amber Alert on my phone.
Hey,
Apparently
that's not a problem.
78-year-old man running around Washington claiming he's the president.
Well, I tell you what, man, it's funny how that Amber Alert came in when I played that cut. And in case anybody missed it, I'll play it again.
Well, it's time to remember that we, the people, are the government.
That's craziness to me. But anyway, do yourself a favor. Don't trust these people. And at least supplement your income. Prepare. You know, a crash is coming. A crash is coming, so prepare for it. Go to philsgang.com. Click on Get Started on the homepage. If you have any questions, go ahead and give us a call. 877-600-4264, 600-GANG. And also, don't forget, our Phil's Gang members, call in on Monday. Leave us a testimonial. And for those of you who are not gang members, if you have any questions, stock questions, go ahead and email them to pgrs@philsgang.com. Next week, we'll read them over the radio. Everybody have a wonderful, safe, and prosperous weekend. It's going to be a long one, and we thank God for that.
We'll see you on the charts.
Hey, we'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.